The real daughter returned home for the first time, she ignored all the uncles offering fancy dresses and jewelry, and instead chose the one holding a white bunny as her dad. But she never expected that this seemingly gentle second uncle would later steal the family fortune and ruthlessly kill her. It wasn't until the moment before she died that she realized she'd just been his stepping stone, and the first uncle she used to think was useless turned out to be the only warmth she had at the end of her life, until even he was silenced by the second uncle. Maybe heaven took pity on her resentment, because when she opened her eyes again, she returned to the day she was found. This time, she swore she wouldn't make the same mistake. Her grandfather told her to choose one of his 4 adopted sons as her father, and she knew perfectly well, whoever she picked was most likely to become the next family head. Sure enough, all the uncles started trying to win her over. The 4th uncle rushed to give her a heart of the ocean necklace, promising to make her the most pampered little princess in the world. The 3rd uncle brought out boxes of designer dresses, saying she could wear something different every day. But the girl just said calmly, "Too extravagant. I don't like it." Seeing that, the 2nd uncle immediately pulled the same trick as last time, offering her a pitiful bunny, certain she'd pick him. Who knew the girl would snap? "Not like I hate. I want him to be my dad." Her grandfather quickly urged her to reconsider, but she gripped the eldest uncle's hand and said firmly, "I want him to be my dad." Because this time, she planned to help him become the head of the family. The uncle waved his hands in panic, saying he hated kids, while the 2nd uncle tried to act like a peacemaker. But the girl ignored him and instead looked at the eldest uncle, told him all about the mistakes he made in the game and how to solve them. The uncle was stunned. "You know all that?" She grinned. "Take me home and I'll help you hit Challenger, deal?" "Deal," he said immediately. The other uncles wanted to stop them but thought twice after all. That loser big brother couldn't stir up much trouble. She'd probably regret it soon enough. Grandpa gave the eldest uncle a stern warning. "If the girl gets hurt even once, I'll answer to you." Carrying her out, the uncle stopped by the car. "It's too dirty. You can't sit there. Boss has OCD. No one's allowed in the passenger seat." The girl froze. Had she picked wrong again? But then the uncle took off his jacket, laid it neatly on the seat, and lifted her up. "What are you thinking? I meant the seat was dirty." Before getting in, he glanced back and snapped, "People with filthy hearts see filth everywhere." The 2nd uncle's face turned green with rage. Back home, the girl noticed her uncle spending all day gaming, so she pretended to be hungry. He immediately tried to order takeout, but she pouted, "I just want something you cook. I've never had a meal made by family before." He went quiet, then reluctantly stepped into the kitchen. Soon, he brought out a few homemade dishes that actually looked pretty good. The girl quickly snapped photos and even pulled him in for a selfie. Just then, his friends called, asking him out for drinks. He was about to leave when he saw the girl curled up in a corner, whispering, "Go ahead, Daddy. Don't worry about me. I'm used to being alone." His heart softened instantly, and for the first time, he turned down his friends. "No party's more important than my daughter." She gave him a kiss on the cheek, and for the first time, he felt what warmth and happiness really meant. The next day, Grandpa saw her post on social media and couldn't help smiling. "Looks like my playboy son might actually be changing." But the 2nd uncle panicked. He knew Grandpa had always favored the eldest son. If that man gained back his trust, he'd be doomed. So he made up his mind to strike at the upcoming family banquet, making sure the eldest brother would never rise again. When the day came, the 1st uncle and the girl arrived a little late and were immediately scolded. He didn't bother explaining, but the girl stood up for him right away. "I got carsick, and Daddy took care of me the whole time. He's the best." Grandpa beamed with pride and, on the spot, handed the $300 billion project to the eldest son. That only made the 2nd uncle more desperate. He had to get rid of his brother fast and take back custody of the girl. Just after the ceremony, the eldest uncle suddenly felt dizzy. Turns out the 2nd uncle had already drugged his tea. The 2nd uncle's wife came over and helped lead him away. Meanwhile, the girl followed Grandpa to the ancestral hall, uneasy the whole way. When they arrived, the doors were already open, and inside, the uncle and the 2nd uncle's wife disheveled together. She forced down her fury, thinking, "To frame someone, you'd even use your own wife?" The woman immediately burst into tears, accusing the uncle of assault. He panicked, shouting, "I was set up." The girl took a deep breath, trying to think. The 2nd uncle was too cautious to rely on just one dose. The key now was finding the rest of the pills to prove her dad's innocence. But Grandpa, enraged, refused to listen. "You've disgraced our ancestors. I'm stripping you of your name and casting you out forever." The 2nd uncle's plan finally succeeded.